Hi, single ladies. This is Leslie. I'm with Chain Breaking Ministries, and I've got a word for you. And I just wanted to share with you a process that I went through when the Lord kind of told me to start praying for my future husband. And I was like, well, I'm not so sure about this because I never thought I would remarry after going through a domestic violence marriage. I was like, I'm kind of no, I'm done. I'm good. Okay. But he had me start praying for this future spouse, and so I went on the internet looking for prayers for a future spouse. I wrote it down. I copied and pasted. I did trying to find what it is that I'm praying for. And so I finally got it tweaked right from, what I thought I needed or wanted. And just kind of sat on it for a little bit. And then I said, okay, sat back and went, all right, I read through it, and it was good. All of it was good. But there was something that was still nagging at me. And so what I did was I got real quiet with the Holy Spirit and said, okay, look, Holy Spirit, I don't know what I need. I think I know what I need, but you know what I need more than I do. So, talk to me and tell me what I need. And so he did, and I was typing it out, and I had it all, just documented on what, I don't even know how many pieces of paper it was. I think it was like 2 or 3. But anyway, I prayed over it. I prayed for every aspect of my husband, his spirituality, his walk with Jesus, his friends, finances, his heart, you know, characteristics that I really liked. Not necessarily the physical characteristics, but the personality characteristics, I guess is a better way of putting it. And just prayed over it. Just prayed over this man. And set it apart. Just set it over to the side, put it in my Bible, said, okay, God, it's up to you now. I don't know what you want me to pray for other than these things. And that's what I did. I prayed for it. I prayed for my husband, and just left it there and said, okay, it's out of my hands now, it's in yours. Which I love about God, because I can just let it be put it in his hands and turn it loose, get my hands off of it. And so I did. And I'm just trucking along in my life, and at the time, my job, I was traveling all the time, and like getting on a plane on Monday and getting off the one on Friday, or going for 2 or 3 weeks to a place, so I wasn't at home. And anyway, pray blessings over this man. Just prayed all kinds of crazy, wonderful stuff over him. And to say the least, about 2 years later, I think it was, this man shows up. And then it was an accelerated timeline. So I just want to give you a word of encouragement. And the reason this is being brought up is because a friend of mine actually mailed me a couple of her prayers. And one of them was for her to have a good, godly husband. So I just want to encourage the single ladies out there that if you're struggling because you've been dealing with the players, you've been dealing with the drama guys, the narcissist, just not good guys, I will encourage you to work on yourself. Work on yourself first. Get rid of all your baggage, because your baggage is going to continue to attract the same level of person that you have been attracting. But if you are now healed from your damage and your baggage of your past, then it opens up an opportunity for the Lord to draw and woo that man that, that godly man that you're wanting into your life. Pray for him to be free. Pray for him to heal from the baggage and damage that he's dealt with. I think that, we attract people based on the level we are, so if you're up here and you're attracting someone down here, then you're not healed. You're still attracting something or someone that is not in a place where they're meeting you at your level. Well, Jesus said, take on my yoke. We're supposed to be equally yoked with our spouse. So, make sure that, you're not only praying for your future spouse to be healed, but you also are working on healing through the Lord and Holy Spirit to, get rid of any stuff that you've got so that you can be ready when that godly man shows up. Now, that being said, I will tell you that even though majority of what I had dealt with was healed, the majority was. There were still, things that happened into the relationship, and I would just have to keep telling myself, this is not my former spouse. This is his intentions. My husband's intentions are not evil. They're not to harm me. They're good. God brought him to me, and that took a while to learn how to operate in that mindset and that freedom, because if I had allowed that trigger to have me respond inappropriately, I would have hurt my spouse, and he was not the person that had hurt me. So I'm just thankful, Lord, for the man that God brought me, because he's amazing and funny as all get out and brings such joy to my life. And I just want to tell you that you can have what you're needing from the Lord for your future spouse, but you've got to go after it just as much as I did, because if you're wanting that godly man, you got to be that godly woman. So become the godly woman that you're supposed to be and watch that man show up. So I'm just giving you some words of encouragement. I'm praying for the single ladies that they will be blessed beyond all measured, healed beyond what they've experienced in life, and find a man who will drop dead love them just as much as he loves Jesus. Y'all have a blessed day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.